Hey there. Hope you had an awesome day. I want to take a moment and send you some information that I just got. 9 steps from a multi-millionaire on how to ensure your success. Just got a hold of this information today. I am not going to name the multi-millionaire source in this video. However, as I go through these, if you figure out who the person is that I got these from, you can comment below and I will confirm or deny that source. So, without any further ado, I want to get to this to you quick so you can act upon it even today. So, number 1, change your thinking. And what he talked about in terms of change your thinking is adopt the mindset of being a lifelong learner. You know, always be in the process of getting a hold of new information that can move you towards your goals and dreams. So that was number 1, be a lifetime learner. Number 2 was pay attention. All around you, there's things going on. Be an observer. Pay attention to what's going on, because most people, it's like that old saying, there's 3 types of people. People who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and then people who wonder, what happened? So in this regard, he's saying be that person who is watching things happen. All right? Number 3, experience. In terms of, hey Brandy, in terms of your experience, keep this in mind. You don't fail, you don't lose. If you try something and it doesn't work out the way you want to, you didn't fail, you didn't lose. What did you do? You learned. You learned. So, in the mindset to have is, there's no failure, there's no losing, there's only learning. All right? Number 4, books. And you've heard me talk about this before, and he's a big stickler on this. He actually said that he reads 2 books a week. And the point he made was that readers are leaders. Readers are leaders. So you want to make sure that you got a book. And he said, if you're new to reading, you haven't built up your reading muscle or so forth, set a goal to read 10 pages a day of a positive book. No Harlequin romances, no Who Shot John tabloids, but 10 pages a day of something that's quality. Hey Angie, thanks for joining. Number 5 is tie into an audio program every day. Now, in the old days, if you wanted to get an audio program, you had to maybe go to Nightingale Conant. You had to buy one of those audio programs. You probably see a bunch of them on my on top of my bookcase there. That was what you had to do in those days to listen to audios every day. You had to buy these audios. Well, nowadays, most phones have this little button that says podcasts. And I encourage you to go out there, find some podcasts you really like. I like Ed Milet, for example. He's one of my favorite podcasters. Get on there, find a podcast that's going to give you positive information that can help you move forward. Tie into that and listen on a daily basis. You don't have to listen to the whole thing every day. You can spread it out. But take some time every day to get an audio lesson into your life. Okay, number 6 is video. Now you got the audio going on, you're reading your book, but now you're going to get some video information. And again, this used to mean going out there and buying all kinds of video programs and so forth and so on. Now you got YouTube. There's a plethora of information. Let me tell you something. You know how blessed we are to have all this information that's available to us 24/7, and everything I've just mentioned, with the exception of books, which you should be buying anyway. But with that exception, it's free. Man, I can remember we had to pay for all this stuff. It's free now. Hey Terry, thanks for joining. So anyway, the next thing, number 7 of the 9, is events. Invest in yourself by going to events. We talked about this before, where success leaves clues. When you go to events, there's a certain emotional component to it. Be it an event I told you yesterday about going to see Tony Robbins. It could be an event related to your field of expertise, where people get together at a convention, but make it a point to get outside your home, because I tell you, nowadays there's so many things you can do from your home. You can live stream events and so forth and so on, but there's no replacement for actually getting out there among the people and feeling the energy of an event. And I've been to all kinds of events. I've been to events related to my profession. I've been to events from Microsoft. And what these all have in common is that there's an excitement around getting around people who are focused on one goal, working together. So number 7 is events. And then number 8 is coaching and mentoring. Invest in coaching and mentoring. Many people don't know this, but I invest thousands of dollars each year in coaching. Why? Because don't I have experiences? Haven't I read the books? Haven't I listened to the audios? Haven't I done these things? I have. Hey, Tim, thanks for joining. But the reason I invest in coaching is because I want not only for my business to go forward, but the people that I'm working with, the people that I'm helping, the people that I'm mentoring, I want them to benefit not only from my experience, but also the experience of others. So I invest in coaching so I can be a bigger blessing to the people I work with. Make sense? Pretty cool, right? All right, and then number 9 is basically what I'm doing right now. Teach. When you have invested in yourself, it's called ILT, invest, learn, teach. When you've invested in yourself and got a hold of the books, got a hold of the audios, got a hold of the videos, gone to the events, got in coaching, got some mentoring going on. When you've done all these things, don't just sit on it and don't just keep it all to yourself. Give it. Teach it to someone. That's why I was so excited to get on here tonight and send this to you, because I knew that as soon as I did that, I owned it. You see, information you just take down is information that belongs to someone else. But once you can turn that around, you can give it to others, then you own it. So yes, maybe it's a little selfish. Stephen Covey talked about this in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, that when you teach someone, the person who's hearing that message more than anyone else is you. The person that's hearing that message more than anyone else is you. So I encourage you, don't just sit on it. You want to own this stuff. Your life is so important. When you invest the most precious resource that you have, which is time, into getting new information, my friend, you got to turn around and give it. And in giving it, you also receive. I want you to think about that. Get a hold of new great information and look whose life you can bless with it. And I'm telling you, you're going to be so excited you did. So as you guys know, as you know, I am sending a list of 5 of the best books that you should be reading right now. We talked about the step of books, and readers are leaders. What books should you be reading right now? I've gotten people to inbox me and sent me a private message. That was the direction. Send me a private message, a direct message, through Facebook. Just click on the thing and send me a message. Send me a message. I will send you those 5 books you should be reading right now. 5 books. As we go into the new decade, it's amazing. It seems like 2010 was just yesterday. We're going into 2020. Send me that direct message. I will let you know the 5 books I believe you should be reading, digging into, and get this. Once you've dug into those books, once you've gotten that information, guess what you do? You turn it around and you give it to someone else. And as a process of doing that, you get blessed. Inbox me for those 5 books. Have a blessed day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.